What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's Black Series talk show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today, we've got some very sad news. The Haslab Rancor has failed.
Yes, unfortunately, the Haslab Rancor did fail. The final number was 8,534 backers, and I actually had a lot of fun last night in our Discord. If you know, you know. It's kind of hard to explain what was going on, but it was a total blast. It was like watching a presidential race. Like, the votes were coming in, and during that last hour or so, it was like Rancor Power Hour. We were at one point we got like 100 something per 10 minutes. Unfortunately, it did fall short though. Shy of about, if it was going at that rate, about 10 minutes longer, would have backed. But oh well.
Yep, it is what it is. We got it wrong. Of course, we said that it was going to fund. Even at the beginning, we said it was going to fund with all tiers, but
yeah,
that was
before we knew.
Yeah, but you know, we're optimistic. We like to see the brighter side of things, so of course we thought that it was going to fund. I mean, unfortunately, it did not. It's a major bummer because we did want the Rancor.
Yeah,
but
and I still stand by every single thing that we have said about us being excited about it, liking it, thinking it's worth it. All of those things, all of those logical points that we have been debating over the past month and a half. I still stand by every single thing we've said, but yes, ultimately we were wrong about it backing because it did not back.
Yep.
But it's not like I'm gonna turn around and change my mind on everything just because it didn't back.
Right.
There's no gotcha moment here for us because it's, you know, life goes on.
Yep.
Oh well.
And it's just our opinion. We thought it was going to back and we were excited for it, so that's pretty much all there is to it. Yeah, I was actually asleep during all of the Rancor madness because I had to get up for work. Yeah. So I woke up.
The community just came together. It was super awesome to see in the Discord. I would recommend joining our Discord. And honestly, it's almost a relief. I would have rather had a 6-inch scale Rancor in my collection, but also the fact that the campaign is over because there's too much vitriol, too much discourse, the outrage. This has been the most controversial thing Out of the Basement has ever been a part of. I'm just glad it's over at this point. And I'm also going on vacation, so I'll have a nice extra $350 for my trip, so maybe I'll find something cool out there. I was already thinking, I was looking at some Lego sets, I was looking at some Hot Toys. I'm like, what can I do as a consolation prize? But yep, no Rancor, no extension, no ULA. There was a Hasbro employee, Steve Evans, the marketing or head design manager.
He's head design for Marvel, previously was on the Star Wars team.
Okay. Yeah, he came out the day that it was ending and basically said ULA is not going to happen and they're not going to extend it. It's now or never. And Hasbro also had an update today, they made a statement, and it's exactly what we all thought it was going to be. It's, oh, the community decides whether this gets made or not, and we didn't get enough backers. So that one kind of goes out to all the people that thought they were going to crumble and die and crash and learn this, epic philosophical lesson.
Yeah, there's a couple points I want to touch on before we move on, because we're not trying to dwell forever in this episode on the Rancor.
No. Oh no.
But yeah, for people who thought this was going to be some sort of hard lesson that Hasbro is going to have to learn, it's not. The only people that it affects is collectors like us who wanted to see something like this come to life, or even Black Series collectors who may not have wanted the Rancor but are looking forward to a future Black Series Haslab. I feel like now officially it's going to be a very long time before we see another one. The wording in their official statement kind of was like,
maybe.
You know, maybe we'll do another one.
They talked about like dream products and stuff.
But I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. And yeah, I don't think it's really a whole lot of skin off of Hasbro's back. I think it really ultimately just affects Black Series collectors. That was sort of like one of the silliest takes that I've been seeing and saw was that.
Well, it's like an epic fantasy, like Lord of the Rings-esque, like the day of reckoning is upon you, Hasbro. Like,
yeah.
No. However, I will say, I'm going on the record right now, like I've been saying, we have been saying this entire time, I put 100% of the blame for this HasLab failing on Hasbro. 3 running at Christmas, bad idea, definitely. The tiers left a lot to be desired. Hasbro just totally failed to create the hype that was necessary to get this thing funded. And I don't blame the toxic outrage that was in the Hasbro Pulse live chat. I don't blame big creators that somewhat were negative towards it or even a little bit against it, such as Yakface with the no Ula, no Mula. That didn't help the cause in the slightest, but you know, they have their opinions and they put it out there. But I ultimately think it was Hasbro's failure 100%, even though they're gonna kind of turn around and be like, well, it's the community that decides whether this gets funded. They didn't even market Malakili at all. They sent out an email to every person that has like a Hasbro Pulse, not a membership, but just an account.
Right.
So potential thousands and thousands of emails went out. And it was just the generic picture of the Haslab Rancor. It's like, put a little graphic in there that says you're getting Malakili with every purchase of a Rancor.
Yep.
They failed. They just didn't care at all, it seemed like.
Right. It was a great idea to include Malakili right at the end. I think it could have backed, like you said, had they, you know, created a simple graphic or something to show people that Malakili will be included at 9,000 backers.
Or if it would have just been a base inclusion at the start.
Right.
I feel like it would have backed.
Yeah. And then I also just feel like, especially with the Ula controversy, why can random Hasbro employee comment on Instagram and basically say that like they can't do it? Like, I feel like it would have went over so much better if the Star Wars team had just come out and said, hey, you know, we know everyone wants Ula, but unfortunately we can't make this figure. You don't even have to get into the specifics of why or why not.
It took a Marvel Hasbro employee to come over and like...
And I just don't understand why they couldn't just come out and say that, because then people wouldn't have been sitting, waiting, holding the line for Ula, because it didn't end up working, obviously.
Yeah, hold the line did not work.
It did nothing.
The first concession.
Yeah.
Do not take the first concession.
Yeah. Take the second one that doesn't exist and is now officially confirmed. So it is pretty much a bummer that, yeah, it's no Ula pretty much ever.
I would love an Ula.
Absolutely.
I would absolutely love an Ula because I love the deep cut characters. It just wasn't in the cards. And regardless of Ula, it's still this one's on Hasbro, and so it came down to the wire. It was crazy. I had a feeling, my stomach and not in my stomach, but it didn't happen. And hey, life goes on. We have extra 350 in our pockets for other things. Maybe Dorkside releasing I
was gonna say
Wave 31 here.
I hope my consolation prize is an early ship notice of Wave 31 from Dorkside.
Because if you missed our stream, Dorkside Toys, if you pre-order a case from them, they're like shipping those out right now as we speak. We film on Tuesday nights.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe it'll change tomorrow. I hope so. Fingers crossed. I get my Wave 31 case, because that would just be an amazing ease of pain. I'd probably forget all about not getting the Rancor once I'm going, I got Fennec Shand, I got toys, I got Boba Fett.
Yeah. But last thought, perhaps forever, about the Rancor. Like I said earlier, this is easily the most controversial thing we've ever been a part of. That seems like such an insignificant thing, but it really is. It's the first time we ever had people coming at us on Twitter.
People straight up making Twitter accounts to come at us.
People were making Twitter accounts from scratch so they could go, hey, the Haslab Rancor didn't back. Ha ha. Out of the basement said it would back, but then it didn't. I just wanted to thank you for everyone who stood by us and was positive, even if you weren't backing the Rancor, because we were never coming at anyone who simply wasn't backing the Rancor.
Yep.
And, you know, sticking with us, not getting negative towards us. And for the people who respectfully disagreed, cool.
Yep. And so, final thought. I just want to get your quick opinion. Do you think they'll circle back around and maybe try the Rancor Haslab again, maybe in the middle of next year, or maybe just at a time that's a little bit more appropriate?
If they did, I'll be right there, backing the Rancor.
Yep. I don't think they are going to revisit the Rancor, at least anytime soon. But if they did, I'd be there, just like you said, I'd be there right with you. Again, because we were in this for the Rancor. We'll always be in it for the Rancor.
I mean, if they want to redo it, add cooler stuff to it, I'm like, sure, yeah, go for it. Just like Malakili. Sure, add it. Yeah, I'll take a free Malakili. That didn't happen. If they want to redo it, mix around some stuff, mix it up, I'll be there as well.
But honestly, I don't really see it happening. I know there's a lot of people...
Because it's very punctual. I mean, it was gonna back.
Right.
It took about 10 more minutes, and it's just an automated thing. Yeah. So that all kind of goes back to, like, did they care at all? Because we literally needed, like, 10 more minutes. Right. Maybe 20 more minutes.
It definitely seemed like they were really into it, and then once the backlash started, they were like, who cares?
So, yep, a good captain goes down with his ship.
Yep.
Stand by everything I've ever said.
Yep.
And with that, I think we can shut that book, close that book.
And then open the book of Boba Fett?
That was unintentional.
So that we can talk about this week's Bring Home the Bounty. We got two, count them, two Black Series reveals. One figure, Fennec Shand, finally revealed.
Yeah.
We knew she was coming. She's been available for pre-order, which, by the way, Wave 31 is now available for pre-order across the board.
Yep.
Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, blah, blah, blah. All those sites. Go pre-order it.
Yeah.
It is a non-exclusive wave. Do not pay the insane prices these figures are going for right now.
You know, that Fennec Shand was even popping up in Target. The whole Wave 31 has been popping up in Target locations. So, like, Fennec was in the wild before it got officially announced by Hasbro. But it looks incredible.
Yeah.
This was kind of like the throw that in there because it's already out.
Right. They were just like, here you go, because the big reveal today was the long-rumored deluxe re-armored Boba Fett, which... Ooh, is it another deluxe figure?
No. No. But here's the thing. How are you going to pass on it?
Right.
If it's only a few dollars more. And it's like, I know if you really cared that much, you could read that as like a, well, you're contributing to it, so they're just going to keep doing it. But it's like, what are you going to do? Pass on Boba?
Yeah. Especially re-armored Boba, which is easily his best look in a very long time.
But it is kind of ridiculous.
Of course.
It's not even kind of. I think it's absolutely ridiculous because it's like helmet, jetpack, 2 blasters. It's like what every other Boba Fett, like even Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett.
Yeah, well, removable helmet now.
Oh,
it's
so like, but Echo wasn't a deluxe.
You got me at every turn. Yeah, it is disappointing that it is most likely falls under the category of deluxe, like Cobb Vanth, where it's 'cause paint.
Yeah, I think it's just the high variety of different shades of paint.
But it still looks absolutely fantastic. Of course, there is reuse from Nomad Boba Fett, the legs, the head, probably the arms to some degree, but those colors just
no cloth goods.
Yeah, no cloth goods.
It's a bit of an oof, but the skirt is not a traffic cone. It is cut like on the sides.
Yeah.
So I predict you'll still be able to sit this guy in a throne.
Yeah, which
I hope.
That was the one thing, is they call it throne room, and I'm just like, you couldn't throw us a bone and give the throne to us too. Maybe charge $40.
Whoa. I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, you're going to look me in the eye right now and tell me you wouldn't buy a re-armored Boba Fett with a throne for $40?
With the throne, yes. I need that throne. There's a lot of good customs on eBay, but I'm not looking to pay those custom prices.
David C?
Sorry.
Can you
Sorry.
ship us a couple thrones, David? Ship us a couple thrones.
Yeah, honestly. But I actually do have a little bit of a... The cloth was brown on the figure? Does it look like that to you? Because I thought in the show it was black.
I thought the figure looked like it was black fabric, like black plastic.
Okay.
So...
Because I thought it looked a little brown. So I was like, And I know it says Book of Boba, but it's actually the Mandalorian look. It is actually not the Mandalorian that we've seen in the trailer for Book of Boba Fett.
Right.
Or the Boba Fett from Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, I think that's why they hit it with the parentheses throne room, so that they can do
because
Boba Fett.
The belt is like the Mandalorian season 2 belt.
Yeah.
I don't really care if it's because at the same time I'm kind of just like, this is Boba from Mando season 2. I'm not, because we haven't seen Book of Boba Fett yet.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, Empire Strikes Back, one of the greatest films of all time, and I love Boba Fett. I might even say, like, this is my favorite look of Boba.
I mean,
the clean, like, I just love it.
I get you. I mean, right behind Return of the Jedi Boba Fett for me is where Rearmored sits. So, yeah, I think the figure looks fantastic. I love the contrasting colors. The black undersuit really makes the greens and yellows and all that good stuff pop out on the figure. So, this is a non-exclusive, thankfully, and already went up for pre-order by the time you're watching this video. So, in theory, it was very easy to acquire. You just did your pre-order, you clicked add to cart, you clicked checkout, and you were done.
Yep. Amazon, Dorkside, Entertainment Earth, Big Bad.
Yep.
Wherever you want. Looks great. Good Black Series news to kind of counteract bad news.
It eased the pain a little bit.
I was like, I forgot regular figures exist.
Right. But then we also did get some TVC announcements as well. These are going to be Walmart exclusives, unfortunately. So these you probably didn't get because they were probably 5-seconders because they are so awesome.
Yeah, they are.
They are 3 deluxe sets specifically that will be working with the Navarro Cantina, which I think this is amazing world building. Great job.
Well, the
on
Ahsoka
these.
Isn't a Cantina one.
I guess you're right. But there is 2 Cantina packs. The first one is an Incinerator Trooper and Grogu with flame effects.
Yeah, with like the flame, like force shield, you know, effect. Super cool. I'd love to get that in the Black Series.
Yeah, with a new Grogu with the eyes closed, hands up, and wow, it just looks absolutely incredible. I definitely want this set, even though I'm not really a TVC collector.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try and go for it. And then in addition to that, this also can just work for anything, really. A Stormtrooper with an E-Web.
Yeah.
With a little blast effect. Are you serious?
Yeah, that looks incredible as well.
Great time to be a vintage collection collector. So many awesome sets. And then, of course, we do get an Ahsoka and Grogu with the Morai.
Yeah.
All 3 of these sets. Please, 6-inch versions. I will buy them. No questions asked.
And we've already bought the Incinerator Trooper, and we'll buy it again. And we'll buy a regular Stormtrooper again with an E-Web.
Yes, these are amazing sets, and I'm glad that Hasbro's keeping their promise, because in a live stream, I believe Victoria's Cantina brought up the great point. She was like, you know, what are you guys going to kind of do to add to the Navarro Cantina playset?
Yeah.
And they said that they were working on stuff, so it's nice to see all of these happening. They are going to be $20.99. Great price.
Yeah, not bad for how similar TVC prices have gotten to Black Series.
There's some exclusives that are $17, $18, and it's just the figure.
It's like pushing a little bit. So I think that's a great price for vintage collection.
Yeah.
And they've just been getting some great, like, just world building stuff. Of course, Star Wars has always been a 3 3/4 inch line.
Right.
And it's always been more so like the world building, the, you know, the ships and the play sets. And that idea is a little like 1% of me. I'm like, did I make the right choice?
Right.
But because I want that world building stuff in Black Series, I'm like, come on now, like throw me something.
Mm-hmm.
Which we did just get the Cantina bar, but it's like you need 2.
Right.
But and you can't buy 2.
Yeah, you can't buy 2.
And why would you buy 2?
Right. Well, that's why we just have to hope that Hasbro's got something up our sleeve to give us a second chance to have another half of the Cantina. Mm-hmm. But really incredible TVC stuff here. Was probably super hard to acquire. I'm wondering if my technically right now future self will have all 3 of these. I hope so. I'm going to go for it. Even though I'm not the biggest TVC fan, these are just too badass to pass up. Don't look at those. Those are on card. Those are on card. And then finally, SH Figuarts is actually doing a couple of Star Wars Visions characters from... Yeah, I just wanted to briefly mention it. It's from an episode I don't really care about. I thought it was personally not a great episode. Justin didn't even watch it. But
I want to get around to watching Visions, but my snoring is more so you talking about No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
you can go ahead.
But so yeah, for fans of Visions, there are 2 SH Figuarts figures coming out for the 2 characters from that particular episode of Star Wars Visions. They're like $85 a piece and are randomly first up at Target's website, but I don't think they're exclusive.
Watch out, Black Series.
Yeah, you better look out. SH Figuarts made 2 figures. What about the other 100 they've announced that have never come out, though? But still cool for people who are fans of Visions while we're not particularly fans of it. That's awesome that they're making figures. Although, I definitely would have to say if they made one of the Ronin or the Sith Master,
okay,
I'd probably be interested.
Okay.
But I could definitely see them doing Black Series figures too. Mm-hmm. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, a pretty substantial bring home the bounty for action figures. So
for sure.
Really awesome stuff there.
And to close out this episode of Figured Out, we have our weekly vote. Our new vote went up yesterday. It is best paint apps / details. So we have our 5 options up there. Head over to our community tab and put in your vote for best paint apps / details. Not articulation, not best figure all around. Best paint apps / details. Submit your vote now. And we'll have a new vote next week. Will probably be best figure of 2021 all around. So watch out for that and join our Discord if you want to contribute to what the options are for that category.
And if you haven't already, we do have a poll up for best articulation. So if you haven't voted in that poll yet, check that one out as well.
Yeah, community tab.
The community tab is where all of this is located. But that brings us to the end of another episode of Figure It Out. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series here on the channel. Consider joining our channel membership for only 99 cents a month. You get a Clone Trooper name badge, and you also get some really cool custom emojis to use during our live streams, which take place every single Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time. Join us this week. David, aka Wolfstalker25, is going to be making his 3rd appearance on a stream, and we're just going to be hanging out, just me and him. Justin will be gone on vacation, so
I'm going to the Mall of America, and I do plan on making a vlog of that whole experience because I've frequented the Minnesota area a lot during my life because most of my family lives up there, and I know there's just so many Targets up there because it's Target headquarters. So hopefully I can hit a bunch and find Wave 31, just like Skywalker Hendrix did.
That would be awesome. I'm Nate. Join with Justin.
See you guys later.
Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all next time on Out of the Basement.